the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Horned Frogs will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running.
Menu narration option is set to off.
David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Gets open down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
So TCU's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting we got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example. Then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Working that left side now. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Little. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Using the quick game. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another.
They put on the heat and they blocked it. In any college football season, ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cornhuskers will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic. ready for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So TCU's offense will start this game off. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going on.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, as a defensive guy, you use the sideline as your 12th man. You push the receiver out that direction. Look at the wide receiver, still doing a great job of getting small and getting that foot in bounds, making the play and catching the ball.
Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Bullard. Got his man on the right. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Gets it out fast. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 64 yards right down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
And wings it incomplete.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're working that left side. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They'll leave it with him. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Huskers line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw. It's Bullard. Plucks it out of the air. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man downfield. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with. All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Love the individual effort. Wide receiver, after he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. There's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go to the ground. Running through contact. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll ride the hot hand. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Right on the money. Turning it on. Touchdown, Nebraska. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over Virginia. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Going for it all. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking downfield, it's Bullard. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to get it to the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab on the left.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Back to throw, it's Bullard. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Desperately wanted to keep the ball. Did not. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Horned Frogs will line it up on first and 10. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, he'll throw it. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with third and 4.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Takes it from the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Throwing right. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Get it out on the screen. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Catches it at the 30. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Hauls it in. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got to room to run. And they come up with a big play to make sure no... points go on the board before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the diving catch down the right side. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback keeper. And that ball is live in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, TCU! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Rivero. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Huskers will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Running to Green. There he goes. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Looking to throw, it's Bullard. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown. aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCLA is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 24 to LSU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Turning it on! He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The RPO, it's complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just down the field.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Leaves it with the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and the same page here. Just 1 for 3 on fourth down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Horned Frogs are on the move. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this offense can... to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Syracuse. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense. Way back in this one.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Bullard. It's complete on the right side. It's a seam wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Snagged out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
What a huge stop by the defense, forcing the 4th down and making the 4th down and goal a little bit harder by getting a lost yardage play. Nice job bowing up by this defense.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
The quick out doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air, it's Bullard. Pulls it in. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to beat Greg right here to end the game. And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, picks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense... to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And he makes the catch, but just a hair out of the back of the end zone. It'll be incomplete. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husker.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the punishment has been extended. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. One more play to pad the stats. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.